Hello and welcome back to another video. We're continuing our look at sneak peeks at the Final Fantasy XIV mobile game. We've got confirmation that the mobile version of Final Fantasy XIV Mobile has actually gone into closed beta test in China. There are all sorts of videos being leaked on the internet. One of the things though that I believe is an official trailer for the gameplay, which we've not seen yet. I can't find the actual source material. If somebody knows where I could find it posted officially, that would be lovely. But this is an official video that's been re-uploaded here to Chan. This is the person in particular who's uploaded this. So huge shout outs to Chan. Obviously, we'll link their video in the description. But anyway, we need to go and see this. I've been very hyped to see where this goes, and apparently it shows not only some cinematic stuff, but also in-game footage. So let's have a look at this together. We're going to make sure the volume's not too high. Light speed. All right, here we go. Okay, immediately we're jumping straight into Kurthus. So you get a good idea of what the game looks like. We're going to show landscapes by the looks of it first. Oh, wow. Okay, looking good. Oh, here you go. Here's the user interface when we're actually playing. That's interesting. This is only a 2-minute video, so we're going to pause a few times. So obviously we're in Old Gridania here, in the back of New Gridania, near the various different places. We're going to the Conjurers Guild this way. Interesting UI then. So we've got a health, our resource, we've got our job and the level next to it. We've got under the attack button, a sprint button, and I guess this is a jump button. We've got a present icon, some 4 like little squares for like opening another menu. The minimap's exactly the same by the looks of it. We've got the weather conditions. It looks like there's a way of maybe rotating the screen here between portrait and landscape mode. We've got our character menu. And I guess that's our journal or our duties. And there's our mount button over here, chat there, so it brings up a chat box and emotes. Okay, fairly simple. What did that say? Hold on a minute. Oh, is that the new fate thing? It's like you have entered a fate. Ah, look, they've got the fate symbol, but without the skull on it, but it's on the minimap the same. So we're clicking to attack. Whoa, 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 whoa. So much is happening here. First of all, it would appear we might have to play this in less than playback speed 0.5. Yeah, so instead of there being an auto attack, you actually click to slam your axe into things. I'm not sure how I feel about that. The auto attack in Final Fantasy XIV doesn't involve you actually pressing anything. And I can imagine your thumb getting pretty tired after doing that. We've also got these, I mean, I don't know, like, surely you're missing out on DPS if you don't spam this thing, right? As well as doing your cooldowns. Okay. And then we get this brief little snippet. We'll change it back to normal speed in a second. Of mounts, right? So this is our Chocobo. We're on the back of it. It looks like there's Chocobo jump. There's dismount and then jump. Wait, what's this? So first jump. Fly? Oh yeah, it's got wings. Okay, so there is flying. So does that mean that this version of A Realm Reborn has flying enabled in it? I'm guessing it does. I'm guessing it does. Sorry, we're going to be pausing a few times because I'm just curious picking this apart. Yeah. Okay, so it does have flying. That's really strange to me, especially considering that wasn't there in Realm Reborn. But like we've seen with a lot of the job abilities and stuff, it's basically exactly the same as if you play Final Fantasy XIV now in the current version, but slightly not, and as if you had all of the features and quality of life stuff and went back in time, I'm guessing. Okay, the map looks the same. Looking pretty great. So it's showing the variety of different mounts that we've got. Gold Saucer. So we've got the mini games. This should translate really easily to mobile. Pew, 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 pew with your thumb. And I like this, actually. This is a cool interface with a score system at the top. Because apparently people can't read Eorzean. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay, the triple triad interface is slightly different. The cards, your hand is displayed at the bottom and the opponent's at the top, as opposed to left and right. Also got the coin flip here and how many cards. Interesting, very interesting. And then we've got a party symbol here. This is obviously in the triple triad battle hall. Okay. The jumping puzzles. Jumping puzzles on a mobile game is gonna be painful. Running around with your friends, looking good. Okay, so we've got ourselves text here for the summoning of Titan. And there was a skip button as well, look. That looks cool. Alright, so now we've got some actual combat. We've paused it right as we went in. So this is how our party interface is going to look like. All 8 people on the left here. You can see that they've got the buffs are exactly the same as in 14. We got a shield part. So really it is a rendition of what we've got in the game currently with those quality of life changes that people take for granted. We also here is, we paused at the perfect time. There was obviously a button that he pressed to bring up other abilities, right? So you're going to probably see it was this button. So the tank button. So tank abilities, these are your role actions then. So when you click and hold this or click this, it brings up this menu, I guess. Or do you have to click and hold this? Because he's moving at the same time. So I'm guessing that he's clicked to move, or he's pushed an analog stick or something, or he's dragged towards it. I'm not really sure how controls would work for that. But you've got your duty information crammed at the top right here. Notice how there's no quest information draped here. Very unlike what we're used to. And we've got health and target of the target up there. And there's also a settings menu, okay? All right, we've got Dragoon point of view as well now. All right, there's the gauge. Level 35 Dragoon. And does this mean synchronized? Does this mean level synced when you've got the 2 lines together? Is that what that means? I'm not sure. Big AoEs. Yep, there's the pushback. The telegraphs for that are completely different than the base game, no? I don't remember there being arrows. So have they unified all of the knockbacks to have only one specific type of visual representation? That is the question. I don't remember it looking like that. Okay, we go... Wow, that's a lot going on. The pace of the fights looks the same. Oh, yeah, there you go. No one got hit. He's not really using many of his cooldowns here. I don't think anybody is when you click on them. You see, if it was me, I'd be like, especially on the bar, I'd be like, this button, that button. But I don't know. The Dragoon seems to be the only one using every single GCT. Honestly, it doesn't look that much different than the base game. And that's all we get. Now, of course, it's in closed beta, so there's going to be lots of footage being leaked that I'm probably not able to share with you. But it's all over social media in a minute from that closed beta test. All you have to do is type in Final Fantasy XIV Mobile and you get flooded. But there's some really interesting bits from this. It looks fluid. It doesn't look any different than the base game to some degree. There's a few changes, but it looks pretty smooth. Now, who knows what the latency is going to be like? Oh, look at that. Did you see? Okay, so because they've changed it so that like you're instead of casting stone or something, you are having to spam even on your white mage your weapon button to do your basic attack. Look. Yeah, the bard's not really doing anything. I know he's just gone up, but it's an interesting one. Yeah, there's not a lot more you can take from that. Honestly, it doesn't look like the worst thing ever, and I'm surprised that they've managed to keep the soul of 14 alive, at least in what we've seen here. Actually, how it feels to play is going to be the other question. Weight of the world. The knockback. I don't remember the knockback looking like that. I'm going to have to do Titan again. I don't remember it having the arrows. Unless they've changed it at some point. It's been a while since I did Titan. Nice. Oh, there was a death in there. Somebody did get knocked off. So what, in this, which scene was it with the Weight of the World where they tried to overlap? Oh no, he was already dead at that exact point. Hold on. When did that guy die? So he died before the knockback, or is that a disconnect? I think that's a disconnect symbol, right? Or is he dead? I'm not sure if that means dead or disconnected. Either way, I thought it was to the knockback, but apparently not. So anyway, the things that are interesting to me is the game looks really cool. It's certainly in a different engine. There are some graphical changes. I mean, this is just in 1080p, this video, and we're, uploading a 1440p video. So, upscaled a bit. But it's going to look good, probably. It's going to look really good. I think people might have to get new phones, though. If you've got an old phone. All the animations and little logos and stuff are so cool. It just makes me want them to do this stuff into the base game. Take some of that, like the pop-ups and refinements that Lightspeed have done here into the base game. I'm still quietly optimistic about this, especially now we've seen some gameplay, like actual combat stuff. It doesn't look half bad at all, and I think it captures at least the normal mode of Titan in a fairly decent way. The real question is, what are the extremes going to look like? That is the question. Anyway, big shout out to Chan here. We'll link the video. I can't find it anywhere else on the internet, although apparently it is an official video and it was released somewhere. I just can't find it. I've searched on the official mobile site. I've searched on the Chinese news sites, some of which require you to try to log in. It's kind of like their best kept secret. It's like this is completely hidden. But I'm sure we'll get more official news soon. But I would really appreciate it if they uploaded this to the Final Fantasy XIV official YouTube. That would be super. Anyway, let me know what you think about this. If you think it looks good, if you think it looks bad. Honestly, there's no right or wrong answer here. Until we can get it in our hands ourselves, we can't really tell what it feels like. They've nailed the open world aspect of it. It certainly looks and smells like a Realm Reborn, but does it taste like a Realm Reborn? But yeah, my favorite stuff is definitely the pop-ups, the animations. That stuff's great. We need more of that. And yeah, running around the world doing fates. That's pretty much Realm Reborn, isn't it? Running around doing fates. The way that the UI is set up. In fact, another thing here, there's like voice communication. So there's like local chat. That's something to bear in mind. So you'll be able to communicate with your teammates by the looks of it. If you wish to, you can mute them or mute yourself. That's going to be an interesting way. That's going to be a completely different way of playing a game. If you have the ability to communicate with people in your party, that's going to be interesting to see how people deal with that. Yeah, it doesn't look half bad, does it? Anyway, let me know what you think. We've done enough rattling on. I'll link the description video. Go give it a watch if you want to and break it down yourself. Tell me if I've missed anything. And I hope to see more of this game, honestly, outside of China sometime in the future. Anyway, much love. I'll keep you up to date with more information to do with Final Fantasy XIV and this. I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.